Hello everybody and welcome to a new resort. My first time even visiting this resort here on property. We are here at Disney's Old Key West Resort. Of course the DVC resort does have normal rooms as well though. Beautiful so far. I mean, I've just walked from my car right over here, but very much looking forward to this. We are staying in a one-bedroom villa. I believe it's one-bedroom villa. I'll tell you for sure when we check in and get in the room. But we're gonna go eat breakfast at Olivia's. We're gonna do a room tour, hang around the resort, just see what's happening. Don't have any plans for today. Just a nice little staycation here at Old Key West Resort. So let's roll that intro. This is definitely a very beautiful property here. With the river access, you will get to take this boat on over to Disney Springs. I believe this is the Sassagoula River boats, so this is also going to connect to Port Orleans and Saratoga Springs. Yeah, Sassagoula, right? Sassagoula something co? I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure they're all the same boat system. Wow, looks like we got a little lighthouse over here and a nice looking pool area. Water slide as well, I can tell, but Olivia's is right here. So we are checked in now. We're just waiting for our table to be ready, and then we're gonna head in for some brunch. It's labeled as brunch. Definitely is getting breakfast because it's about 10 o'clock right now. I just woke up a little bit ago and came over here, so very much looking forward to getting something. All right, it's time to head into Olivia's for brunch. Very excited to check this out. I hear lots of good things about Olivia's. Definitely a very popular resort place to come and dine, so let's check it out for my first time. Here's a quick look at their brunch menu here for Olivia's at Old Key West. And breakfast is served. Just got the standard little Olivia's breakfast here. Comes with eggs, some potatoes, bacon, a biscuit. I did add the gravy for the biscuit because, like, you can't have a biscuit without gravy, especially for breakfast. I mean, come on. But looks like a pretty good little home-style breakfast here. Let's give it a try. Then here's also a look at the pancakes. Just pancakes, scrambled eggs, bacon. Once again, home-style. Reminds me of some good homemade food. Looks delicious though. All right, Olivia's was incredible. Reasonably cheap. I mean, I did get a good discount with cast member deals because it's one of the specialty ones for the month. But probably the best basic breakfast I've had on property. Of course, it's not as good as Steakhouse 71 or something like that, but that's a really upscale fancy breakfast. But just for the base level, I mean, those are the most real eggs I've ever had on Disney property, not from a box, if you know what I mean. Pretty good. It's $17 for the breakfast meal that I got. It's Disney, so not super cheap, but hey, I'll take it. Look at this. This is the first time I have ever seen a resort-specific magic band. That's so cool. It says Old Key West there right in the middle. Never knew these were a thing. See how much that is. 45. Yep. That's so cool. Just outside the pool here, looks like they also have some table tennis tables, as well as some foosball. I'm going to assume that they have the paddles and the balls and stuff over in the what they call the community hall over here. I'm sure you can go and rent those. Well, I say rent, more just sign them out. I doubt you have to pay for them. But pretty cool. Also have a tennis and pickleball court over here. I saw that they do some pickleball events on a sign over there. We'll go check this out. Here's a good look at the pool. Looks like they got smaller splash pad area for the kiddos over here. And then the main pool with that water slide that we saw earlier over here to the right. Reasonably small pool, to be honest. I'm sure that they have smaller quiet pools throughout, but for the main pool, that seems kind of small. Looks like there is a little playground area over there as well. Yep, nice little tennis court here. And a basketball court over on that side. Wow. See, these are the amenities that you just don't see at non-DVC and non-deluxe resorts. This is, of course, my first time staying at a resort with DVC and my first time staying at a deluxe resort. So, seeing a lot of stuff for the first time. But nice to have amenities like this. The more I walk, the more I find here. Just on the other side of this playground that we saw. Nice little seating area, as well as some hammocks and a volleyball court. All sand. I don't like sand. It's coarse, rough, irritating, and it gets everywhere. Star Wars fans, you understand. Everybody else, just pretend I didn't say anything. But very nice volleyball court right here on the other side of the river. And then you have the DVC vacation homes over on that side over there. This is a beautiful area. Looks like a fire pit over here as well. I think we've hit a dead end. I figured this went down and around a little bit, but it appears not. Look at this view. These are, like I said, DVC vacation homes. So people who have this as their home resort, that's going to be their vacation homes over there. Yeah, I'm sure that they do some marshmallow roasting over here and s'mores just like the other resorts do. Kind of a weird dead end though. Also find it interesting that the water's so close there without any type of fence or anything. Not normal here for Disney property. Alright, I think now we're going to hop on the little ferry boat here on over to Disney Springs. I'm going to go check out Sunglass Hut. Need to look at a few things there. But yeah, another little perk here. These nice little boats straight over to Disney Springs right behind me there. Let's get on. Okay, we are here at Disney Springs. That was a nice little boat ride over from Old Key West. A little bit longer than I expected. Only my second time ever on one of the Sasagula Steamboat Company boats. The first time I was on one, we got weather cycled out and had to dock at the closest dock there. So it was only like a 5-minute journey last time, but definitely enjoyed that. Nice little relaxing trip over here to Springs. Don't know if I do it every time because it takes a little bit to get from there back over here to Springs, and it takes you clear back to this back entrance, which there's not much over on this side of Springs, but definitely do it once a trip, something like that. All right, back from Disney Springs here at Old Key West, and our room is ready. Over on Old Turtle Pond Road is the name of the area that it's in, Building 41. Unfortunately, it is first floor, which I do usually like a higher floor, but I'll take it. Not too bad for right now. I mean, only a couple nights, so why not? Let's get over there, get checked in, and see what that room looks like. All right, here we are, Building 41. 4115 is the room number we're after. I was wrong earlier about the whole vacation home thing. It seems like that's just what they call all of their buildings. There is DVC here. This is a DVC resort, so yes, some people do have their home resort as Old Key West. So I wasn't wrong there, but vacation home is just what they call all of their little buildings here. They were doing some construction, one building over there, Building 40, so hopefully that's not an issue early in the mornings or late at night. I think that they're usually pretty good about those construction hours. So let's see. It's kind of a maze here. Looks like we're going back this way. Very nice buildings here though. Looks like 3-story here. We are on the first level. I believe that some of the buildings were up to 4 stories, so just kind of depends. All right, here it is, right by the parking lot. This is great. Let's head inside. Oh my gosh, this is huge. Look at this. This is a 1-bedroom villa, like I said, so you have a full living area here. Lovely balcony out there as well with a nice view. A full-size kitchen. Oh my gosh, I didn't think that it had this much. Wow, this is incredible. Nice view of the waterway here. Got all types of stuff out here. Look at that. We're just going to keep it rolling and do one big long take here. Got your TV down here below. Wow, I can't get over the size of this place. This is amazing. You do have a pull-out couch here that can sleep 2, so that's great. Some more seating on each side. The dining table as you saw. Let's head into the bedroom and check that out. Okay, so to the right here is going to be where your main bedroom is. We'll save that for last. First, we do have, wow, full washer and dryer in here. Let's see if I can get a light turned on. Where is the light? Oh, it's right there in front of me. Full washer and dryer here, as well as bathroom, I'm gonna assume. Wow, look at this. Oh my goodness. This is huge. Full jacuzzi tub here going in with the window into the bedroom. Wow, this is by far the nicest hotel room I have ever stayed in. Not even at Disney, just in general. Of course, we got the H3O products. H2O products? Yeah, that's what they are. Wow. All right, let's head in this way into the main bedroom. So this is gonna be the doorway back into where we came from. There's me in the mirror, hello. And then the main bedroom here. 1 king-size bed in here, and then 2 windows out looking over the backyard. Can you call it backyard? I think so, why not? And then also direct access to the patio from the bedroom. Let's step out here and look at this view. Wow, straight out here to the pond area that we were looking at earlier with the fountain. There's some of that construction out there that I was telling you guys about over at building 40. Wow, I can't wait to just hang here for the next few nights. Well, I went all the way back to the main lobby to get some snacks and stuff, and then I learned that right over there there's a quick service place and a pool here just for our village, so we'll go check that out later. That is kind of one of my only complaints about this this resort, is it's pretty far away from the lobby over where we are. We're kind of on the far side at the back of the resort. I will say, however, though, I forgot to mention this, our room was ready super early. I think I got this room at like 1 o'clock, maybe 12:30, something like that. Of course, they're not guaranteed until 4 p.m. here, so getting it that early, I was very happy about. So huge shout out to the cast member who helped me out there. I just went to the front desk before I checked in for Olivia's and to let them know that I was here and I would appreciate the first room available, and she got me on the list that I was here, and here we are. So huge shout out to that cast member. Just the good old kids mac and cheese for lunch today. Like $6, can't go wrong with it. And some little Baby Bell cheeses, if you remember this from Pizza Rizzo. It was quite the journey, but ignore the hair, lost the hat. It's a little rough, but let's get some lunch. So this is something I haven't seen before at a Disney resort. I'm right outside my room here, so this is our room. And then when you come out right here, we have a waste and recycling room where you can come and put your trash bags up. Pretty interesting. Never seen that before at a Disney resort. I assume this is just going to be the same. Man, that one's good. That one won't open, so no recycling, I guess. But hey, you can put your trash bags in there. Pretty neat. Also, definitely what I think is an underrated aspect of this resort. It's gotten a little windy out, so I apologize about that. But the parking. My car is right there. My room is right there. Like, there's no walk at all to parking. It's not like I have to fight for a parking spot or walk forever after I get mine. It's just straight from my door, straight out here to my car. It's incredible. Here's some of that construction that I was speaking about earlier over here at building number 40. No workers right now, it's a Saturday, so I'm assuming that they're probably Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. So it doesn't really seem like we're gonna have to worry about much construction noise, but just be aware if you are here during those hours, it could be a little bit loud out here. But usually just gonna be during the daytime. It's not like they're gonna be out here working at 6 in the morning, I hope. So way back that way around the corner down there, just past that building is gonna be where our room is. And for the bus stop, you're gonna be walking all the way down here over to this little teal building here where that Magic Kingdom bus is sitting at the moment. Not a bad walk at all, just about the same walk that you'd have from several places over at Caribbean Beach. So nothing too surprising there, but it looks like it's going to service all these buildings here on the right side as well as the ones back behind us that we already passed. They do have a ice machine and a vending machine here, so that's good to know. I came to get some ice and grab some Powerade earlier. They were out of Powerade. So on down past the bus stop, it looks like we also have a private tennis court for this section of the hotel. I can't remember what the name of our area was. Something about a turtle, right? Old Turtle Road, maybe? As soon as this car crosses, we'll walk over there and see what it looks like. But just over here across from building 31 is going to be where the tennis court is for this side. Let's see if it's open. So it looks like you can use it unless there are private lessons happening. You can book private reservations or private lessons, and then you'll have priority access for the court. But very nice court area. Yeah. I don't have any equipment, and I'm not going to walk to go get equipment, but if I did, I might give it a try. Not that I'd be very good at it, but hey, it could be fun. I'm not sure what all the holes in the net are about. Looks kind of weird because like there's still chain link there in front. I thought maybe it was for so you could pass balls through if they went over, but nope. Who knows? You can also see the golf course here through the trees. Golf course kind of runs through the entire resort, so not one over by our buildings, but all through here in the middle section, the golf course runs throughout the resort. Old Turtle Pond was the name of our road here. That's going to be, so this is the main road that we're walking past right now, and then turn down here. This is Old Turtle Pond, and that's where you're going to pass the tennis court, then the bus stop, and then the our room in building 41. Well, kind of an abrupt ending here, but I just made it back home from that lovely stay at Old Key West. Overall, it was incredible. I mean, the resort itself is amazing. It's beautiful. Our room was top tier. My only complaint, the shower looked really good size in the video, and even when I stepped in it, just, you know, when I was filming the tour. But when I actually got in the shower, there's not much space to move around there, and I was not very pleased with the size of that shower. Just the way that it was angled there in the front made it seem like there was a lot less space than it was. And then also the water pressure was horrible. I don't know if that was just an issue with our room specifically or if it's common throughout the resort, but the water pressure there was not very good in that shower. But other than that, it was great. The food from up at the lobby, you saw us eat at Olivia's, but then also I had some of the quick service food there, just normal Disney quick service food, but they were super fast, and it was good, you know, just normal Disney quick service. But overall, it was an incredible stay. Not as good as Coronado Springs for me, just because Coronado's way cheaper, of course, and I think you get more value for your money there at Coronado Springs, especially if you're staying in Gran Destino Tower. So it doesn't quite beat out Coronado for me, but I definitely did love it and would love to be able to check out some other DVC resorts another time. So stay tuned for that. Maybe we'll have a few more in the future. Never know. Anyways, thank you guys for watching and have a great one.